Alright, today we're going to talk about finding the intercepts of a linear function. So what we're going to do with that is, first off, we're going to find the x-intercept. So in order to do that, that's just where the x-coordinate of the point crosses the x-axis. Alright, so then how we find that? So right here, wherever that crosses the x-axis, we notice that it crosses the x-axis at -1. So in the picture to the right, we can see the line crosses the x-axis at -1, 0. So this means my x-intercept is -1. So again, the x-intercept is just wherever the line crosses the x-axis at. Since it crossed at -1, that means my x-intercept is -1. Alright, now we can find the x-intercept without looking at a graph. And the way we do that is, all we need to do is, if we want to try and find the x-intercepts, we just substitute y equals 0 in the equation and then solve for x. So if I have this, these three problems here, again, if I want to solve for the x-intercept, I just put a 0 in for the y, and then I'm going to solve for the x. So again, putting just a 0 in for the y and solving for the x. Alright, so here I got 0 equals x plus 1, so I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. So x equals -1. So in this case, my x-intercept is -1. Over here, first thing I need to do is add 3. So now I'm going to have 3 equals 3/2 x. In order to get rid of that 3/2, I need to multiply by its inverse. So its inverse is just the flipped over fraction, so that's going to be 2/3. And we can make this 3/1. These cancel out. So left with 2 times 1 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1. So that's going to be x equals 2. So the x-intercept there is a 2. And over here, this is going to end up giving me 2x plus 0 equals 18, which is just really 2x equals 18. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equals 9. So that's how we find the x-intercept of things without a graph. Alright, now the y-intercept is just the same as x, but we're using the y-axis now. So it's just where the y-coordinate passes through, when the line passes through the y-axis, is whatever the y-coordinate is. So if we have our same graph here, we notice that the line crosses the y-axis at +1. So in the picture to the right, we can see the line crosses the y-axis at 0, 1. So this means our y-intercept is 1. Now, same thing with the x. We can find the y-intercept without looking at the graph. And all that is putting a 0 in for the x and then solving for y. So same thing here. If I had these, I'm going to put a 0 in for x and solve for y. So just putting in all these zeros. Alright, so this just says y equals 0 plus 1. So in this case, y equals 1. In this one, we're going 3/2 times 0, which is 0. So -3. So y equals 0 minus 3, which is y equals -3. So there's your y-intercept. And over here, you're going to have 0 plus 3y equals 18. So that's 3y equals 18. So divide by 3, divide by 3, y equals 6. Alright, so that's it. Pretty easy. So whenever you want to find the x-intercept, you just put a 0 in for y and then solve for x. Whenever you want to find the y-intercept, you put a 0 in for x and solve for y.